Coming up on Spartan Sports Report, the Michigan State baseball team had a trio of home games against Illinois. The men's basketball team made its return to the Elite Eight for the first time since 2019, and the Michigan State hockey team traveled to Toledo, Ohio for its second consecutive appearance in the NCAA ice hockey tournament.
Hello and welcome back to this all-new edition of Spartan Sports Report. I'm Josh Lee.
And I'm Jessica Chemnitz. Josh, there was a ton happening this past week in MSU athletics. Some were here in East Lansing, and others were all over the country competing.
That's right, Jessica, and we will start with one of those teams in East Lansing with the baseball team. After a loss in South Bend to the Fighting Irish 9-6, the Spartan baseball team took the diamond against a Big Ten opponent, the Illinois Fighting Illini. Action started early in the bottom of the first. Redshirt senior Sam Bush smacked a double off the center field wall, driving in 2 runs. Bush scored on a Nick Williams single to cap off a 3-run first inning. Joseph Jurwa dealt once again, tossing 6 innings, allowing just 1 run. Following a lightning delay, the Illinois bats found a spark and scored 6 runs in the top of the 8th, including a 3-run home run by Colin Jennings. He went 3 for 3, 2 walks and 4 runs batted in, defeating the Spartans, who saw deja vu 9-6. In the second half of a doubleheader, Illinois was once again propelled by a late-game rally. After a close-fought game, Illinois put up 9 runs in the top of the 7th, defeating Michigan State 10-3. Spartans looked to salvage the final game of the series on Saturday. MSU scored 3 runs in the bottom of the first to take an early lead, but Illinois fought back, taking a 4-3 lead with back-to-back 2-run innings in the 3rd and 4th. After that, it was all Spartans. The top 4 in the order went 12 for 19 with 8 RBIs. Cleanup hitter Bush led the charge for the green and white, going 5 for 5, knocking in 5 runs, including his team-leading 8th home run. Bush ended the game with this RBI single in the bottom of the 8th for a mercy rule walk-off for Michigan State. Parker Pico, Ryan McKay, and JT Sokoloff all registered 3 hits in the Spartans' 14-4 win. Michigan State will battle the Lugnuts in the annual Crosstown Showdown tonight before hosting Bowling Green back at home on Wednesday and traveling to Bloomington for a 3-game set against the Hoosiers this weekend.
The MSU men's basketball team tried to continue its dance in the NCAA tournament with a weekend trip to Atlanta for the Sweet 16 and Elite 8. It started on Friday as the 2-seeded Spartans would have to defeat the number 6-seeded Ole Miss Rebels if they wanted to advance to the Elite 8. After a slow start, the Spartans were able to claw back using clutch buckets down the stretch and boosted by a 20-point night from freshman guard Jace Richardson. MSU came out with a 73-70 victory over the Rebels, advancing to the Elite 8. There, waiting for them on Sunday, was the number 1 overall seed, the Auburn Tigers. After allowing a 17-0 run early to Auburn, the Spartans were unable to storm back as the Tigers were propelled by a great game by senior forward Janai Broom, who finished with 25 points and helped Auburn win by a final score of 70-64. This marked the last game of the season for Michigan State and the last game for some notable seniors, including guard Jaden Akins, forward Frankie Fiddler, and center Shimon Zapawa. Spartan Sports Report's very own Jack Stager has more on what this season meant for MSU fans and alumni.
Thanks for being here. Go Green! Go Green! Go Green!
Fans, alumni, and the Michigan State community come together in support of the men's basketball March Madness run. Mike Harrington, Spartan alumni class of 1997, has seen it all. But he knows this year is different, and not just for the team, but for the MSU culture as well.
Now I think you see this is real Michigan State basketball, and it embodies the culture of the university. You think about the school and how we are Spartan fans everywhere. We live in Tennessee, and we feel it wherever we go. We met these guys that are from Tennessee as well, so it embodies the culture of Michigan State without question.
Christian Nelson, former national anthem singer for Michigan State hockey and basketball, has seen Spartan squads at the top, and he knows the impact that winning culture can bring to MSU.
We want this for the university. We want this for Izzo, right? We want this for all the Spartan family spread across the nation. We deserve it. He's done it the right way. That's the biggest thing that we've got to take from this. Izzo's done it the right way, and you've got his supporters and his fans and his students supporting him in that.
Not only does Coach Izzo have the fan support, but also the student-athletes' parents' support as well, as Stephanie Herchert-Walton's sons, Brennan and Colin, play on the Michigan State basketball team. The Waltons, originally from Okemos, Michigan, have been in East Lansing and Lansing area all their life, and they've seen just how much culture can bring to the MSU community.
Izzo has had such a community and such a loyalty through it all, so his dedication, I think, to our community has been just amazing.
Kristen Kelsey, former Michigan State volleyball alumni and newly announced head coach, is proof that even if you leave East Lansing, you're not going to get away from the Michigan State family.
It highlights the family nature of this place. And I was just telling someone the other day, I've been at a lot of different schools now, and a privilege to be at a lot of different programs. And everyone talks about it being a family, but I've never been to a place that truly lives it like Michigan State does.
They say that sports teams are a family. And for the Michigan State men's basketball family, they have coined a new slogan this season, strength in numbers. Nick McLaren, Michigan State Vice President of Alumni, explains that strength in numbers can go past the MSU men's basketball team and into the community.
Everywhere you go, we're so lucky that if you're wearing green, if you're wearing a Michigan State hat, you're in an airport, you hear go green, no matter what happens, you always hear a go white back. And it just shows that there's so much passion, and people are proud to have this ties to the university. It's not only just alums, it's parents, it's friends, it's staff. You know, we talk about 540,000 alums, but it's really over 1 million when you think about how many people care about this great university.
Strength in numbers, whether you're a coach, player, alumni, student, or faculty, Michigan State University creates a culture that lasts a lifetime. Reporting in Atlanta, Jack Steger, Spartan Sports Report.
The men's basketball team finishes its season as Big Ten regular season champs, and the future remains bright for Tom Izzo and his squad in East Lansing.
The Spartan softball team started off its week at Sekia Stadium, being dealt a 4-0 loss against Central Michigan this past Wednesday. On Friday, the Spartans traveled down to Ann Arbor to face Michigan, looking to put a stop to a 10-game losing streak. MSU did exactly that in Game 1, clinching a 4-3 victory over its in-state rivals. The following day, the teams would compete in a doubleheader. The Wolverines would take both games 15-3 and 9-8, despite a great performance from Kaylin Cash, who mashed 3 home runs and tallied 8 RBIs in the final meeting of the series. Michigan State has another doubleheader tonight against the Titans of Detroit Mercy beginning at 4 p.m.
Number 32 Michigan State men's tennis kicked off a weekend of Big Ten play against Penn State and number 3 Ohio State. Ozan Barish and Matthew Forbes secured the first match win for the Spartans, going up early 3-0 and earning the final point on a Penn State error, ending the match with a 6-2 victory. Doubles matches would continue with the freshman duo of Vuk Radjanovic and Daniel Rakhmatuliev, who would win the match 6-4. The Spartans would move to the single matches, where Radjanovic would win 6-2 and 6-3, securing a victory for the green and white. The next day, the Spartans squared off with the Buckeyes. MSU jumped out to an early lead, securing the doubles points behind the efforts of Forbes and Barish. Senior Max Sheldon and redshirt sophomore Aristotelis Thanos reigned victorious in their singles matches and straight sets. However, those would be the only singles victories the Spartans would amass. The game-clinching match came down to number 5 ranked Barish and number 13 ranked Aiden Kim. After a back-and-forth affair, Kim took the tiebreaker 7-4, and MSU was topped 4-3, squandering their 3-0 lead. With the loss, Michigan State's 4-game win streak was snapped as they moved to 11-7 overall and 6-2 in Big Ten play. The Spartans' homestand will continue against Northwestern in Illinois on Friday and Sunday.
The number 2 overall seeded Michigan State hockey team was upset last Thursday in the first round of the NCAA men's hockey tournament to the 16-seed Cornell Big Red. MSU got off to a hot start, but with each goal from the Spartans, Cornell had an answer. With under 2 minutes to play in regulation, tied up at 3, MSU junior Matt Basgall committed a tripping penalty. The Big Red would be on a power play until the end of regulation, until Sullivan Mack scored the game-winning goal for Cornell with just 10 seconds remaining. Despite Michigan State ending its season earlier than expected, the Green and White still has many supporters, and Spartan Sports Report's Olivia Klinsky was able to talk to many prior to the game.
Go green!
Go green!
Go green!
Two words that somehow find a way to encapsulate culture, community, and legacy. Take Ron and Matt, season ticket holders for both MSU hockey and men's basketball. Ron, a United States veteran, did not attend MSU himself. However, he's confident that on the battlefield he would have bled green and white. For Matt, an East Lansing native, it has always been Michigan State.
Green is home. MSU is home. This is my home team. I root for Detroit sports and everything, but I grew up in East Lansing area, so it means the world to me.
Diane was a 1967 graduate from the College of Music. She came to the NCAA men's ice hockey regionals with her husband, children, and grandchildren.
It's the standard. I mean, it's what we cheered for, the green and white. It's a legacy. My dad went there, my grandfather went there, our children went to MSU. We have most of our grandchildren there, and it's just, go green, it's just a way of life.
If you're in Toledo or Atlanta or right back in East Lansing, if you say go green, a go white is sure to follow.
No matter where you are in the country, you can walk around. Anytime you see a Michigan State fan, you say go green, you get go white right back. So it's the pride of being a Michigan State alum.
It means pride in your university, pride of where you're from, pride in the people around you, and supporting something that's bigger than yourself.
All of these Spartans, whether they're alums or were simply born with green and white in their veins, all came together in support of one thing: MSU hockey.
It means everything that we're here, and the fact that Atlanta is close enough to get to as well. I mean, my whole rest of the week is up for grabs as to what I end up doing.
Nightingale and his team ended their season much earlier than these Spartans would have hoped. However, nothing will take away the pride these individuals feel for Michigan State University. Without a doubt, it will always and forever be
Go green!
Go green!
Go green!
Reporting in Toledo, Olivia Klinsky, Spartan Sports Report.
The hockey team concluded its season 26-7-4, and the first three of the Big Ten champions have already been signed into the NHL. Carson Dorwart was the first to sign with the Philadelphia Flyers, followed by Joey Larson with the New York Islanders and David Gucciardi with the Washington Capitals. Best of luck to them on their professional journeys, and congratulations to the rest of the team on a great season.
The Michigan State distance squad made its outdoor season debut this past weekend at Raleigh Relays. Kicking off the three-day meet was Timothy Cherry, who placed 35th in the men's 1500 meter with a time of 3 minutes 50 seconds .74. Kate Stewart Barnett came in hot the next day, setting a new personal best of 9:36.96 in the 3,000 meter steeplechase, which is the second fastest time in school history. The Spartans totaled 9 personal bests throughout the weekend to finish a successful trip down south. They'll be at home this weekend on Friday, April 4th for the Spartan Invitational.
The women's tennis team was back in East Lansing this past Friday to take on the Northwestern Wildcats, celebrating their lone senior Lisa Vavalainen. The Spartans had an exciting upset win over the Wildcats 4-2. Then on Sunday, the Green and White took on another Big Ten opponent, Illinois. The Fighting Illini came out strong, quickly defeating the Spartans in double play to take the first point. In singles play, there was a late lineup change with Oriana Parkins-Godwin starting on court 6. She fought hard but ultimately fell to her opponent in 2 sets. Illinois would secure the match on court 2, where Ellie Blackford fell to her opponent after forcing a third set. Michigan State ended the weekend falling short to Illinois 4-0. The Spartans will travel to West Lafayette, Indiana on Saturday to face off against Purdue.
Michigan State women's golf traveled to South Carolina for one last time in this 2025 season to compete in the Clemson Invitational. The Spartans had multiple impressive performances. Senior Brooke Bierman paved the way with a 1-under score posted on day 1. Then Paula Balanzatigi and Katie Liu finished strong, with Balanzatigi posting a score of 6 under par and Liu firing a 3-under in the final round. However, these scores, among others, would not be enough to place in an extremely competitive field. Michigan State will now look to its final regular season match next weekend in Columbus.
Thanks for tuning in for this week's episode of Spartan Sports Report.
Make sure to check out all of our social medias below for more updates, as well as the Spartan Newsroom website for more content. I'm Jessica Chemnitz.
And I'm Josh Lee, and we will see you next week.